everyone, Tina here for Simon Says Stamp. I hope you're having a great day. I'm so glad you're here with us. Well, today we're going to create a card using the fabulous Simon Says Stamp September 2026 card kit. It's called Simply Shabby. We're going to be using the stamp set. I love the crackly background here, and I love all the greetings. And the card that I'm making today, you could actually switch out. We get lots of greetings in our stamp set, or in our card kit this month, and you can switch out any greeting that you'd like for this card. Okay, it's one of those universal cards. I'm also using the embossing folder that was in our kit, and then also the coordinating stencil. We're going to color in some morning glories, and we're going to use all of the inks that were included in our kit, and then we're also going to be using the Distress Oxide ink in pumice stone, along with our fabulous blending tool. And we're going to use this in a different way that's going to add a lot of detail. I'll show you how to do that. I'm also bringing in some items that are outside the kit. Okay, this one I thought was wonderful. This is the Morning Glory Vibes die set. Now this will cut out, once you stencil your flowers, you can layer them on your embossing folder, and I like dimensions, so I love that they came out with a die set that we can cut them out to pop them up. So I'm going to be using the coordinating Morning Glory Vibe die set for my card project today. I'm also going to bring in a few extra bells and whistles. I have the Simon Says Stamp Squoval tags die set, but you don't really need this. A rectangle piece of cardstock would work the same, but I do like to add bows and textures to my card, so I'm going to be using this. And then as far as bells and whistles go, I'm going to bring in some white twine. This happens to be from Lawn Fawn. And then a little shimmer with my diamond stickles. And we're going to add a little extra splatter using Positively Perfect white splatter medium. Okay, for our card project today. And those are the only extras that we're going to be bringing. A lot of you probably have something like that in your stash that you can use. Let's jump in and get started. We're going to start by doing some stenciling. The stencil is 3 pieces, and I found it easier to trim down a piece of cardstock that is the same size as the stencil. This panel measures 4.5 inches wide by 5 3/4 inches tall. Okay, so again, it's the same size as our stencil. It's just going to make things easier, because when you stencil these flowers, Simon has it to where after you stencil it on the cardstock, it's going to line up beautifully on your embossed panel. Okay, so I'll show you what I mean in just a minute. But we're going to do a little bit of ink blending. Starting with this first stencil. I'm just going to line it up and tape it down to my desk. That way it doesn't shift. And then this is where we're going to bring in our inks. One thing, I love Morning Glories, and I love that they have a variety of colors. Okay, typically they're purple or blue, but for today I'm going to be creating some orange ones. And to create orange, we're going to use these 2 inks here. Okay, first we're going to bring in yellow, and just using my blending tool, we're just going to quickly go over the base layer, is what I'll call this. I like to hit and miss, so you see the darker areas on my stencil. That's just one thing I do that adds a lot of depth. I'm going to wipe this off while it's on my cardstock, and then I'm going to bring in my red ink next, which is Scarlet. The yellow is named, this was Canary. And then we're going to bring in Scarlet next. I don't want a lot of ink on my brush, so I'm going to tap it on my glass surface here. And then we're going to add just a little bit of shading to our flowers here, kind of highlighting a few extra areas. So it's basically going to turn the yellow into orange. Okay, I'm loving the way this looks. I'm going to remove this stencil, and then I'm going to add my next layer. I'm going to take my Canary ink, and then we're going to go over this layer. We're going to go a little heavier with this. And then I'll bring back my Scarlet. I'm actually not going to pick up any ink from this. I'm just going to use the ink that's on my desk. And we're going to do the same thing, just add some color, but go a little bit darker than we did the first stencil. And that's all there is to this second stencil. We'll remove this. And look how pretty those are. Just gorgeous. Okay, we have one more layer, which is the flower centers. And all we have to do is line it up in the corner here. And then we can tack this down. For the flower centers, I'm bringing back my canary. And we're just going to go really heavy in the middle with the yellow. Canary is a fabulous yellow that can go really light or really dark. That's all there is to our flowers. Okay, I'm going to bring in the coordinating die set, and then I'll run this through my die cut machine. Once my flowers are die cut out, keep this because this makes a great template. This, if you were to layer it inside here, your embossing folder, let me show you. Like so. It's kind of hard to see because it's white on white. Okay, and then I did put low tack tape on there, up on top and on the bottom. Okay, so now we have a template where we can just add them. And you want to place these face down. And then all we have to do is inlay those into our embossing folder. This does a few things, okay? This makes it easier to line up those flowers. Okay, and then it's a template for next time for when you do it, and you don't have, and it prevents it from shifting too. So you don't have to tape each one of these down to prevent it from shifting. Okay, so let's take a look. Now we have some beautifully embossed flowers. Since this is embossed, it makes a great template too because it doesn't shift. You just insert it to where it doesn't shift, add your tape, and then you're ready to go for next time. So it makes mass producing really easy. So keep this negative piece, okay? And look how gorgeous these are. That embossed detail is just so pretty. Okay, I'm going to bring back this and do one more thing. Okay, first we're going to emboss a white cardstock panel. Okay, we'll emboss first. I'll run this through my die cut machine. I'll be right back. And then we have a beautiful embossed background. It's just gorgeous. We're going to ink blend over this, but we're going to use this one more time. You see the flower centers? They're beautiful, and they have a lot of detail to them. To make these stand out, let's just bring back the template. Just tape it back down, shimmy so it's not going to move. Okay, now I'm going to take the flowers that you can see the flower centers. Okay, so we have the 4 flowers that you can see the flower centers. Okay, so I'm going to take these. Now I'm going to use my detail shading brush. Add a little ink. I'm using my VersaFine Clair. Okay, and then we have 4 flowers that you can see the flower centers. I'm going to tap and add some black ink to these flower centers here. Okay, let me show you what it looks like. Okay, so we did a little tapping, and then I'm going to bring back my flowers, and we're going to inlay them one more time. Since we already have a template, this is really easy to do. Okay, I'm going to close this up, and I'm going to run this through my die cut machine one more time. Okay, let's go ahead and take our flowers now. You would think that they would be really dark in the center, but they are just stunning doing it this way. Let me show you. Look at the detail. I mean, that is so, so pretty. You just can't beat that. Okay, so that's it. Another thing that you'd want to use with your template. Okay, so templates are great. Now, VersaFine Clair is a pigment ink. To get the pigment ink off of my embossing folder, I'm using my Simon Says Stamp Ultra Clean Spray. It works wonderful for pigment inks, and it just glides right off of your embossing folder. So you're brand new again. So pretty powerful embossing folder. Okay, we're going to do a little ink blending. Now we have this panel here. I'm going to take my paper trimmer and trim this down. Okay, I'm going to trim this embossed panel down to 3 inches wide. Okay, 3 inches wide by 5.5 inches tall. You could save this for another card. Actually, they make a really nice bookmark. But we're going to ink blend on this. We're going to bring back our Rainbow Splash inks. This time we're going to use Emerald. And I'm going to use my blending brush, pick up a little bit of ink. Emerald's very strong green. But I'm going to do some swishing motions over this. Lovely. Let me show you what it does. Okay, so after we have Emerald, I'm going to bring in my sea ink next. And we're going to do the same thing. Pick up a little ink, take some off here on your glass surface, and then we're going to lightly go over this. So now we have a nice pretty teal background. And then I'm going to take some more of the blue and go around all of the edges with the blue. We're just going to make this more blue than green. And look how stunning that looks. Just gorgeous. Okay, the colors will pull back once they dry, but in the meantime, I'm going to bring in my splatter box and we're going to add some splatter to this panel. We're using Positively Perfect White Splatter Medium. I'm just going to give it a good shake. And then we can open this up. I have a fan brush that I'm going to use. Simon also has these silicone spoons that you could actually use too for a little bit of splattering the spoons. Spoon's nice for stirring too. We're just going to add some splatter here. I'm going to set this aside to dry, and then we're going to do some more stamping. We're going to bring in our Simply Shabby stamp set. Okay, we're just going to open it up. And this is where our Distress Oxide comes in. I love that everybody got pumice stone. And I'm just going to go over our background stamp here. And then I have an A2 panel of white cardstock that we're just going to lay over the top. And then we'll give it a good press, especially in those corners. And then we can take a look. And I think this is going to make a wonderful background. I'll put this on my card base, and then we're also going to stamp our greeting. For my greeting today, I'm going to stamp Hello Friend. I'm going to use my VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink. We'll just ink this up. And I'll go ahead and stamp this. Beautiful. And then I'm going to bring in my Squoval tags. This is the second from the smallest. And I'm going to make sure that the hole in it is facing the right. And I want my greeting, the back part of this is going to be tucked under some flowers. So I'm going to pull my greeting more towards that hole. Okay, we'll tape this down. And then also, while I'm at it, I have that ink that's left over on my shading brush. I'm going to add a little bit of that black ink here. And then this has a reinforcement in the Squoval tags. This is a flat bottom end reinforcement. I'm going to die cut these out here with this. I'm going to add a little glue and we'll add our reinforcement. So that would be my greeting. And I do want to mention too that we have a lot of fabulous sentiments in our kit this month. Wonderful sentiments. So switch it out to your favorite greeting. I think that's the best way to customize. Now I'm bringing in some twine. Let me just trim down a piece here. And I don't want this twine to be white, so I'm going to use my Distress Oxide ink and I'm going to tint it. Okay, this twine is from Lawn Fawn, and it's very easy to tint. Just run your Distress Oxide ink over it. You could actually color it with your Rainbow Splash inks too. Okay, so now it's a little bit more of a tan color, and then I can thread this twine through our tag and tie a bow with it. Okay, now we're going to build our card. We're going to take our embossed panel. I'm going to flip this over. I did use my heat gun to help the drying of the splatter. We're going to use some adhesive, and then we're just going to tack this down. This is going to go 1/2 inch from the left. Okay, so we're going to have 3/4 inch on the right here. Lovely. And then with my flowers, I'm going to bring in a little bit more of my Scarlet ink. Just pick up some extra color, and I'm going to highlight it a little bit more with some red areas. Just a little bit is all you need on the edges here. And then we're going to flip these over and put foam tape behind each one of them. First, we're going to add our greeting. I'm going to add it down here in the bottom, about 1 inch up from the bottom. We're going to add our greeting, and then I'll go ahead and tie a bow, adding a little texture to our card. I think this alone looks gorgeous, but when you add the flowers, I'm going to add the flowers in a row, going straight down, overlapping this side here. And then for finishing touches, I'm going to bring in my diamond stickles and just add a little bit of sparkle to those flower centers. I did do a little bit of rearranging with those flowers. I wanted a more narrow strip of those morning glories. But that finishes my card today for Simon Says Stamp using the September 2026 card kit called Simply Shabby. I hope this gives you a little bit of inspiration. Have a wonderful day. Thanks so much for joining us. Bye-bye.
Hi, I'm Heidi, founder of SimonSaysStamp.com. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like what you just saw, be sure to press the thumbs up and subscribe to see more great content.